Greetings everyone, Core here. Time for another movie review, which today, or tonight, we went to go see Indiana Jones in the Dial of Destiny, which, after Crystal Skull kind of left a bitter taste in their mouth. It that was a bit too corny. So yeah, I wasn't expecting much from the trailers and stuff. It looks pretty good. It had my attention at least, and compared to the other option, which was Ruby Gilman, the animated Kraken vs. Mermaid movie, which started looking better and better as I watched more and more trailers. I stuck with Indiana Jones, so I must say, off the top of my head, I am very surprised by it. Sorry, just my I was honestly I was honestly surprised by like how good of a movie it was. It just it hit on every Indiana Jones style, technique, trope, character. It was pretty interesting that it starts off in his past, which is pretty impressive watching a young Harrison Ford. Um, like it looks good. It's probably the best de-aging um, to date, which Disney, I know they've done it quite a few times. They've even done like a full CG face standing for, was it Rogue One, I think it was. But they've done de-aging, of course, before, and it's looked pretty good at times, but this one just looked spot on. Just like, it looks like young Harrison Ford, which I guess that's probably from the years and decades of his movies and films and everything. So they have a ton of footage to, call back to, especially with Spielberg, getting a lot of angles and different shots and stuff when he's younger. So they got a lot to pull from, and it looked pretty damn good. The way that they worked with the lighting, the way that they made the skin look, which is always the hardest part, making it, the skin look porous, getting all the pores and the way it glows and stuff like that. It looked incredible. I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. There's actually like quite a bit of action in this movie, which you would think for a man who, what is he in is he in his 70s now? Which, okay, yeah. After you see the the de-aging and stuff, it's not just de-aging, of course. It's also facial overlay for the stunt double and stuff like that. Which, hey man, that's pretty impressive what they've done. It's kind of deep fake pretty much stuff, but man, it's good, man. It starts off on a good high note. It doesn't feel too corny. There is a little few things here and there. The backgrounds look great. Okay, there's a couple scenes where it's like, okay, that's definitely green screen or blue screen. But more or less, like they, it takes place back in the when did they? Was it early 70s, late 60s? After the moon landing. Present old Harrison Ford time. And of course the past time was the end of World War II. So yeah, it's it's pretty impressive, like seeing old, yeah, New York. It was New York for sure. Old New York actually lit up. Like it wasn't just dark, gloomy, small little corner streets, just stuff like that. It's long street views, wide angles. You see everything, and then it's not just New York. They go to Morocco. They, DH. Well, not DH. Well, I guess it's kind of de-aging, the city. But yeah, they bring it back, so you get to see how it looked, roughly how it looked. I mean, of course, I wasn't there at the time, but I would assume from all the pictures and stuff how it would have looked at that time period, and it's pretty cool. The bad guy is definitely a bad guy. Nazis are back, like always. They just hold a grudge, apparently, for a long time, so there's that. Man, the action, like I said, the action scenes are really impressive. The music's great. It's such a classic, Indiana Jones music. The directing's really great. The acting's really good too. Um, Everybody does a great job. There's lots of callbacks from Indiana's past, from Indy's past. Just there's just so much. There's so much good stuff. I'm very happy about this movie. It was fun. Honestly, as far as live action movies so far this year, it's up there for sure. It's definitely not a great popcorn movie. It's really fun and exciting. It's Indiana Jones making up for the last movie, so yeah, it's I just enjoyed it. That's all I can say about it. It's a very enjoyable movie. Check it out. I highly recommend it. Hopefully it does good. I'm sure it'll win, the weekend box office, but I hope even beyond that it does actually really well, because this looks like it is probably for sure 99.999%. This is probably Harrison Ford's last movie. This is probably the end of Indiana Jones of Harrison Ford, and it's such a great way to go out. Yeah. So, besides that, yeah, it's great. Next movie looking to see is Mission Impossible. Um, I won't be going to an early showing, so it's just a day or two actual release date, just because timing works and stuff like that. But I'll definitely be seeing that. Definitely be making a movie review on that. After that, there are some movies I want to see, which like uh, Oppenheimer. I want to see. Granted, of course, I probably won't see it opening night because it's a long 3-hour movie, and a lot of the show times are late or too early for me because of work. But maybe something might work out, so I might actually see it. Barbie movie, I'm kind of interested to see, but it just feels like it's just gonna be uh, a whole musical corny thing, kind of like Alf and stuff like that. Which, I mean, yeah, it's good and all. I think it's gonna be fun and entertaining enough. But besides that, there's nothing else until August. So July, there's at least 2 movies I definitely want to try to see. But besides that, waiting for August. August has some pretty decent movies that I'm very interested to see. Blue Beetle being the most one that I want to see. But until then, see ya.